Welcome to RidgeLife's Reviews and How-Tos. Today we're up here on a 2012 Forest River camper trailer. We got a Dometic air conditioner. These Dometic air conditioners are used across all kinds of camper trailers and RVs, so it's going to probably apply to yours, or at least very, very similar. So what we're going to do today is replace the condenser fan and the evaporative blower. This is a squirrel cage blower. We've had some issues with dirt daubers causing the blades to break off, causing our air conditioner to stop working. We're going to replace them today. The tools you're going to need: drill with a screwdriver bit or just a regular screwdriver, and some wrenches should take care of it. Just take the screws out the cover here. I've already got some of them removed to make this a little easier, but once we get this cover off, you'll be able to see inside what we've got going on. All right, let's get this cover off, pour this water off. There we are. All right, here is our issues. I recommend you take a picture of every component before you start to disassemble. Once you got it off and you don't remember how it goes back on, fan blade direction, all that kind of stuff, Google search, YouTube, whoo, comes in handy. Looking at the condenser fan blade here, you can see that all the blades are broken off. Now they have a convenient hole right here where you can get a screwdriver through, but I'm just going to use my number 8 wrench here, and I've already got it loosened up. Again, the pictures really help, and it may take a little bit to slide off. If you hold on to the blades, remember, you'll break them when you put it back on, that's for sure. I've done that. Let's get this off of here. There we go. Careful not to smash your condenser coil there. But now we've got this off, let's get the new one on. Before I put the new one on, I'm gonna put a little bit of machine oil on the adapter there and a little bit of machine oil on the shaft. I want to slide all the way up, so this can be kind of hard if you don't have it lubricated. Now for the fun part. We gotta get our fan in here. Now there's a flat spot on the shaft and a flat spot on the fan. Gotta make sure you line them up. Flat spot to flat spot, there we go. And do not grab a hold of the blades when you try to slide this on. You will break it, goodness gracious. You gotta slide it all the way up. Now that I got it slid all the way up on the shaft, I can take my number 8 wrench and just tighten it down, or the screwdriver, whichever is easier for you. Now that we have the condenser fan replaced, we can go ahead and get inside our evaporative coil. Use that same number 8 wrench, take all these bolts out. There's tons of them all the way around it. And then the magic's gonna happen, because they did not make this part easier. There's some models that this is easier to get to the squirrel cage blower, but not on this Dometic unit. Again, the setup is almost the same as far as the motor and the 2 blowers goes, but how the condenser and the evaporative coil go around them may be a little bit different. But the procedure to change the fans out, getting them on and off, exactly the same. They've made it very difficult to access the squirrel cage blower on this model of Dometic. Now, you're gonna see how dirty everything is. I'm gonna have to come back and clean the evaporative coil. This is the method for cleaning the evaporative coil. Take this cover off and you'll be able to put a plastic bag around this hole, and then you can put some coil cleaner on there, both sides, spray it out. And same thing with your condenser coil wire here. Spray both sides of it, clean it out. Definitely don't want to use a pressure washer, really hard pressure, mess up your fins. But once you got all that clean, so to access the squirrel cage blower, again, take my 8, and I've already got the bolts loosened. Got the 2 on that side taken out. Get these out, and make sure you do not lose these. Now, this is probably the most trickiest part of this procedure. This is hard copper lines with your coolant in there, and you're gonna move this evaporative coil slightly up and out of the way so you can access your squirrel cage blower. Before we pull up this evaporative coil and move it out of the way, we got one more retaining screw clamp bracket we got to take out, get that out, and that will allow us to now freely move our evaporative coil. Again, this is hard copper pipe with your coolant in there. You do not want to crack it, so you want to make sure you do everything slowly. We've got to get it out of this tray, up and out of this tray, so then we can then slowly slide it out like that. Now that should give me enough room to get this blower out. There's a plastic cowl right here that guards that blower. Got to use a number 6 and get the bolts out that protect that, and then we can slide this cover off and access our squirrel cage blower. Pull off this little cover right here. See, it needs to be cleaned off as well. Now I should be able to access this blower. Get you inside here, see if you can see this. There's the screw. You can see there's the broken blades at the bottom. If you hold on to the shaft, if I hold on to the shaft right here, I can then get my wrench on that head. Now you can get a screwdriver, but it has to be a little stubby screwdriver, but I'm definitely gonna use the wrench. All right, hold on to it, use the wrench. I'm probably gonna need to come back with some WD-40 penetrating spray to let it soak on that shaft to get this off. It's probably that mud and the rust, you know, the condensation on there, it's probably gonna be on there super, super tight. Spray me a little WD-40 down in there. Penetrate all that gookiness on that shaft. And let's see if I can pull this out. Gotta wobble it back and forth. There it goes, I hear it coming. I think it's coming, there we go. Almost got it. Come on, baby, there we go. It is off, woohoo! All right, so we got to see the dirt daubers. Dirt daubers were all over that. The dirt daubers broke off these two blades. So let's get the new one on. It's a great opportunity when you have this off to go ahead and check the duct tape inside there, the silver tape, clean out that evaporative tray, clean out your evaporative coil, do all that. Well, I'm gonna do that separately. I'm gonna get this going for you today. But don't forget, you know, this is an opportunity to get in there and clean where you normally can't clean. So let's get a little bit of penetrating oil on there and on the shaft, just like we did before. And you gotta look for that flat spot. Again, it's real easy. I can hold the shaft here to make sure it stays straight. So, say flat spot up top, ooh, backwards, flat spot up top, slide this in. Once I know where it's at, it should just slide right on the shaft. Oh, there we go. That slid on like butter. Oh, tighten that up last bit. There we go. Got the new fan tight. Now let's put our coil back on. Being very careful when you're removing it not to break that, that copper line again. I'm not gonna emphasize that enough. So now we just put it all back together, get our cowl back on here. Once you have the cowl and the 3 screws on here, you gently put your evaporative coil back in place, put your bracket down on that side, get all these side bolts in there. Again, clean it all up, everything first, and then get the cover on it, and then we can test. I'll spin the fan blade, make sure everything is nice and steady and not wobbling around. That is good. Now I can get the cover back on. Again, make sure you put these 2 holes lined up with the holes in this condenser cover here. Kind of keeps everything tied together. So just make sure you get those holes lined up. Get your screws in. And I didn't mention this when I started. Make sure the power is turned off to your air conditioner first. You don't want this thing coming on, someone going downstairs, turning it on, and getting you all caught up in it, that's for sure. If you're changing the motor out with electrical, you definitely, make sure you got it locked out. Before I put the cover on, I'm gonna go downstairs, turn it on, come back up here, make sure nothing's wobbling, out of balance, or misplaced, and then we'll get the cover on, but I think we're ready to test it. First thing I want to do is put the fan on low. See if it blows. It's blowing all kinds of stuff out, kind of chunkies out. I expected that. But it sounds balanced. Now let's put it on medium. Nice and balanced. High. All right, now we'll put it on high cool. Turn the thermostat till it clicks. There we go. Now the AC should be on. Let's see if we got cold air coming out. Oh yeah, I feel cold air coming. I'll leave that on. Let's go up top and see how it looks. If you're interested in the parts I used to repair this AC, I'll put the links down in the description. But you can get them off Amazon. There'll be the condenser blower, the evaporative blower, and of course the motor and blower combination as well, whatever you need. All right, we can see the condenser fan running nice and smooth. The evaporative coil, seems like everything's balanced in there. The compressor, ooh, it's getting warm. It's hot, doing its job. Guys, I think we're ready to button this up. Get this cover back on. Once the cover is on, it should quieten everything down a lot. There we are. All right. Get these screws in here, and we'll call this job done. Hope you enjoyed watching us repair our Dometic air conditioning unit on our Forest River camper. Again, these Dometic are very, very similar. The cover on the evaporator coil may be a little bit different, but the two blowers and the motor is all very, very similar. Now, if you were changing your motor out, that was just one more step. Take those motor brackets out and the wiring, put the wiring back. Motor is just as easy, okay guys? So if you like today's video, oh, we got more projects to do here on the Ridge. So come back, make sure you subscribe. Subscribing is free. Hit the notification bell to be notified anytime a new video comes out here on RidgeLife Reviews and How-Tos. So until next time, hope everyone has a blessed day. We've got cold air. Go RidgeLife.